Hei, dette Magne G. Hodne, og nå har vi på Reve Allstars. Nyt det.
Jeg tenker, alle kan vel komme seg inn I en tub. Ja. Hvis det en tub der, så kommer du deg vel inn igjen.
Ja, men altså, nå...
Hva musikkstykke vi skal høre nå, Per Freisberg?
Så hør på den stemmen der igjen. Dette høres ut som det var spilt inn på spikertelt også. Litt sånn, vet du, sånn...
Den karakteristiske sounden av et spikertelt.
Exactly, dude. It's exactly what you were saying.
Så du hvor godt det trikset til Rune Feiling var? Bare ta av en sånn der snor.
Ja, sånn fjør?
Fjør, ja. Så kan du jo... Da går det faktisk an å jobbe med de der mikrofonene I stedet for at du må sette de fast med noe jævlig tauverk og noen greier. Du kan flytte det frem og tilbake akkurat som du vil.
Ja, det var vel sånn det var tenkt fra han som oppfant hele greia. Det ofte sånn at mange av menneskets oppfinnelser det sånn. Det som så morsomt jo alltid så, det finnes to typer mennesker. Har du dette her på opptak nå, eller?
Ja, klart.
Ja, tenkte man at det men, ikke sant? De som leser bruksanvisning det det sånn cirka 1%. Jeg en av de. Og de 99 som kan dette her fra før. Og se på det der. Ja, det kunne jeg tenkt på selv.
Jeg en av de.
Ja, dette vet jeg hvordan funker.
Det morsomme med at... Det aller morsomste med at disse mikrofonstativene først nå har fått sitt, etter halvannet år med misbruk, har endelig fått sin ryddige og fine framtoning. Det morsomme at det jo Sjur fra Finnøy som begynte med dette her. Og meg og han, når vi satt på loftet hans og spilte inn podcast En feid, en høge, så drev vi og balte så jævlig med disse her mikrofonarmene, og de gikk I alle retninger, og det eneste du visste var at I det sekundet du begynte å snakke, så forsvant mikrofonene, enten opp eller ned. Og vi drev noe tauverk og noe greier, det var så mye baling. Og så fortsatte jeg med det I 1 år, eller hvor lenge vi holdt på med dette her. Og når jeg hadde denne opprydningen I spikerteltet, så kom jeg på det som Rune Feiling gjorde den gangen han tog av den ene fjøra.
Den ene fjøra, ja.
Og da plutselig var mikrofonen sånn som han skulle være. Så dette Sjur fra Finnøysen feil. Fuck you, Sjur.
Ja, et sånn feil blir bare arvet videre. Sånn, dette her var samfunnsstypt, jeg tenkte dette her. En starter feilen, og så bare går dette videre og videre.
Feilen blir antatt å være riktig, eller altså det ikke feil, men det den riktige veien å gjøre ting på. Velkommen til en ny episode av Reve Allstars direkte inn fra Spikerteltet på Reve. Som dere hører, så på en måte episoden allerede begynt for lenge siden. Vi tester ut nye konsepter for å begynne episoderne, Per.
Hele greien.
Velkommen, Per. Jeg må si det, den tyske naboen, men the German neighbor is here.
Hallo, wie geht's? Ich komme gerade von draußen rein.
Ja, for våre tyske lyttere så ble det stor glede til det. I begynnelsen av denne episoden, Per, så fikk våre kjære lyttere høre en ny intromelodi for denne episoden. Hva var det vi hørte på, Per?
Dette var et sånn snik-opptak av en jam session som jeg datt innom på Stadlandet.
Ja.
Bortgjemt I en krok innerst I fjorden I et mørkelagt slakteri så hørte jeg disse tonene og så åpenbare det seg at det Surf Cartel selveste Surf Cartel Kama og vår kvest gjest Peter John Villiers som vi skal ta oss en god prat med I dag.
Og denne musikken som var egentlig ment kun for slakteriet, den tog Per Freisberg og drog frem telefonen og tog opptaket.
Det finnes ingen hemmeligheter I pandemiens år.
Men dette jo denne type innsideskatter og gull jo årsaken til at du hører på Reve Allstars.
Ingen annen grunn.
In English, Per.
In English, please.
What's Reve Allstars?
Reve Allstars. In English, please.
No, it's Reve Allstars is a podcast from the southwest coast of Norway. Directly in from the speaker's tent.
The speaker's tent.
Close to the waves of Jæren.
The nailed tent. Jeg elsker sånn engelsk dialekt. Petter Rallykongen Petter engelsk.
It's not the speed that kills you, it's the swing.
Det stuck on my window.
Ja, men kult. I denne, vi skal snart gå over switche til engelsk, så vi håper jo gjerne at noen som snakker engelsk skal høre denne episoden, så jeg skal angi tydelig I innholdsbeskrivelsen til episoden hvor det begynner å bli engelsk. Hvordan går det, Per?
Det går nå veldig fint. Jeg tenker nå at hvis det med engelsk ikke funker, så har du Google Translate. Vi skulle kjørt en episode og hørt hva som hadde kommet ut av det. Det var morsomt.
Ja, men jeg spurte hvordan det går med deg.
Ja, nei, det går så det går, altså. Jeg kjeder meg. Hvis det noen som trenger noen å jobbe for, så ring meg. Ring Ivar.
Per trenger en jobb. Ring til meg, så skal jeg videreføre.
Send det til Ivar. Han manager alle tilbudene som kommer.
Ja, og jeg en selger av vrang, så jeg klarer
sikkert. Jeg kan til bli alt da. Jeg ganske anvendelig.
Kjekt å se deg igjen, Per. Nå sitter du og drikker kaffe av det gode gamle Bill Hicks-kruset. Det en slags mainstay I dette spikerteltet, at gjesten får drikke kaffe av Bill Hicks-kruset.
For alle lov å drikke ut av den Bill Hicks?
Ja, spesielt utvalgte. Jeg liker spesielt godt å gi Bill Hicks-kruset mitt til folk som enten veldig gamle.
Med den check?
Ja, eller ikke
det kule?
Eller ikke like så godt humor, eller som veldig kristne.
Ja, du der liksom, ikke sant?
Jo mer ubevisste vedkommende som drikker kaffekopper med Bill Hicks på I henhold til Bill Hicks, jo bedre det.
Det sånn, gi satans krus til en kristen uten at han vet at det satans krus.
Du, I dag skal vi ha med oss jeg kjenner han mest som The Shallow Tree. I podcasten skal ringe til han om ikke så lenge. Peter John
Det vil jeg.
Ja. Kanskje, hvem det var sørafrikaner, var det sånn?
Han en sørafrikaner.
Ja. Peter John de Villiers. Hvordan kjenner du han, Per?
Du, jeg ble kjent med han på en sportsmesse I München som heter ISPO. For det var 2017 kanskje. Det var kjærlighet på første blikk. Jeg utviklet en sterk bromance med en gang. Fordi jeg har aldri sett så mye talent I en sånn liten form av et menneske. Han ikke så liten egentlig da. Men han en kunstner. En fantastisk god, synes jeg. Og antageligvis mange andre også, for de kjøper tingene hans og etterspør at han skal gjøre designs for de og så videre. Men bortsett fra det så han et utrolig fint menneske. Ja,
så da kunstner og som du kanskje kunne mistenke når du hører på denne podcasten. Han også plasker litt I vattnet og surfer.
Står på snowboard, skater litt.
Aktive type, og han bor på Stad.
Han bor på Stadlandet.
Men som så mange andre som egentlig har hatt med I podcasten I hvert fall I senere tid av typen utlending.
Av typen utlending, og nå kommer dette her coverskyldet snart til å gå opp at vi har faktisk utlendinger I dette landet.
Og de ikke så verst.
De faen til meg ikke så verst alle sammen, altså. De snulter akkurat på Nav-systemet som alle andre nordmenn nå, så hva kan du? Nei, det en del talenterte utlendinger her I dette landet også. Og han definitivt en av de som jeg mener beriker landet Norge med mye innslag bare ved sitt tilstedeværelse, men han gjør jo også veldig mye kunst på husvegger og så videre så det ganske visuelt at han her faktisk.
Vi skal bli litt bedre kjent med Peter John de det blir. Men bare for et slags referansepunkt så vil jeg jo anbefale alle å gå på Instagram, krøllalfa The Shallow Tree. Shallow Tree. Hvis dere er i stand til å finne Reve Allstars, så tror jeg dere er i stand til å finne han uten at vi trenger å stave navnet hans.
Ja, men vi kommer til å tagge han i innlegget også, så følg linken enkelt og greit.
Jæklig flinke fyr. Så det blir kjekt å bli bedre kjent med han. Ja, men jeg skal bare ta opp en liten variant som meg og deg Per touchet så vidt før vi gikk her og satt oss ned. Jeg har gjennomført en meget innsiktsfull og riktig spørreundersøkelse via Reve Allstars sine kanaler, hvor spørsmålet var hvem er best i engelsk av meg og Torbjørn Jagland. Og da kunnskapsgrunnlaget og empirien fra den spørreundersøkelsen viser at jeg henger litt etter Torbjørn.
Ja, men så jo, altså, din mission her jo heller ikke å bring peace to the world, liksom.
Nei,
altså, du har ingenting med fredsnobelkomiteen eller noe. Altså, du trenger ikke å bli forstått av virkelig alle i verden. Det holder med de få utlendingene som prøver å knege seg gjennom.
Ja, så dette sånn det bare, men det vi lever godt, eller jeg sier The Royal We, jeg lever godt med det.
Ja, men det som de fleste ikke vet jo at nå begynner jeg jo også å pushe deg litt grann om at vi må faktisk snakke litt mer engelsk.
Ja, jeg helt enig.
Fordi vi har faktisk en del utlendinger som igjen kjenner utlendinger, altså der de kommer fra, folk.
Ja. Og det viser seg at det ganske mye utlendinger i verden.
Utenfor Norge så det sånn cirka 9 milliarder utlendinger. Så vi må beleie oss.
Og de kommer her til oss, tar jobbene våre.
De skal bare ha trygdepenger. Nei, jeg skal bare ha bølgene for seg selv, svina.
Så bare sånn det, og sånn blir det. Skal vi ta og ringe til Peter John de Vrr?
Det gjør vi nå.
Hey.
PJ, how is it going?
How's it going?
Good, brother.
Yeah, good, man.
Good evening, Peter John. Peter John, or do you say just Peter?
There's so many. Yeah, I usually say PJ, but I get Peter a lot and Peter John. So whatever you like.
Okay, but PJ is fine. So, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. We're sitting here at Reve. I don't know, Per. How are you doing?
No, we're doing just fine. We've got some hot coffee going on. We've got my very good mate PJ on the phone.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And I mean, how is it going up at Stadlandet? That's where you're sitting right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little windy as usual.
As it should
but,
be.
Yeah, no, it's good. Like I kind of getting a little hint of spring now, so that's nice. Like it was just getting dark a little bit later than normal, so that's starting to feel good.
You had a decade noticeable winter up there, did you?
That was insane. Like it was so good because that never happens here, and it's like you see these mountains around the area, and you only daydream about the possibility of maybe snowboarding one day, but we had like a solid 2 weeks of just hiking and riding, and everybody was just charging because it was like, this could be the last day. let's go get it. Like 1 day of above freezing and it's all ice, but it just stayed below, and
sick.
It was sick. Like it opened up a whole second playground to Stad. Like if we could expect that every year, I think it would be in for a real treat. It was so nice.
What's the surroundings like? Do you like hike up mountains and go down snowboarding on them, or?
Yeah, basically, like everyone's got their snowshoes, and then there's so many peaks. We had enough snow that the options were kind of endless. Like I think in 2 weeks, I think I must have hiked like I don't know, almost 20 hikes up a mountain. I was like really charging.
Sick.
It was so good.
Best shape ever.
Yeah, man. I remember back in the days when I was living up there, always driving around. You're like, oh, imagine with all the right snow, you could run that chute there, and I envy you guys to actually have that winter and got to explore all these sick spots.
Yeah, it was pure luck. I mean, it felt kind of like a resort town all of a sudden. Like I was going to the Bunnpris in my snowboard gear, picking up dinner.
Sick.
It was cool.
For the people who, I mean, I haven't been to Stad actually, and for the other listeners who haven't been to Stad, could you just describe the topography? I mean, the area. How is it?
It's really raw. I mean, it's the westernmost point of Norway, so it's just like a really exposed coastline where every point of weather kind of meets at this one point. So it's really unpredictable. Like it can be a sunny day and 15 minutes later it's a snowstorm, and so. But it's just these big, really rugged mountains that drop right off into the ocean, and to me, it's spectacular. Like I love it. It never gets old. Like every day, I'm kind of still in awe of the whole thing. So,
and it's by Norwegian standards. It's remote, but I mean, it's not that remote. But it's not really loads of people are there. There's. I mean,
not so much. Like I think that's the kind of cool thing about it is a lot of friends, like they hadn't made it up here yet, and because it is a hike. I mean, like from Oslo, you're driving a good 8 hours, and from Stavanger, you're driving like 12, 14 hours.
It's so funny because Ivar, he said in the beginning he's never been to Stadlandet, and then he's like. It's not that remote. Everybody who's been to Stadlandet, I always called it the most remote place in Norway. It's like Hawaii, It takes at least 10 hours to get there. It doesn't matter where and how. Seriously, it's easier to go to Lofoten than to go to Stadlandet.
It's a proper journey. Like by the time you get here, you're done. Like
you can go back again.
Yeah.
How are you ready for
the best advice would be just don't go. So it's totally not worth it.
Not worth it. It's not worth the effort. Exactly.
I think I just saw a post on Cook of the Day the other day, and it was Hoddevik, like major wins, and I was just like, okay, this is great. This is the type of, this is it.
Yeah,
show up.
The one with the crazy offshore with the surf school.
Oh, that was Hoddevik.
That was Hoddevik, yeah.
That was so awesome.
It was just the best tag ever. No refunds.
I mean, that had to be a joke. It was a joke, wasn't it?
No.
No, it was a joke, man. It had to be a joke.
What do you mean? A joke?
There was a class on the beach. It was.
That was not staged. That was a surf school.
Absolutely staged.
No, that wasn't staged. That's how crazy it has become.
I didn't know Terje Berge had moved to Hoddevik. Shout out to Terje.
Well, when you've driven 10 hours, then you go no matter what, right?
Yeah, true.
Exactly. We have the same thing out here, man. You drive along, like on a Saturday evening or on a Sunday, like 10 o'clock, and you drive along the coast and it's like shit flat, and there's 4 people sitting out there, and then it's like, Oslo plates. No matter what, we get in the water before we're driving home.
Oh yeah, well, it's like pretty consistently like terrible, but like, we have a rule, like, jump in, and then 20 minutes, as soon as you jump in, give it 20 minutes, and then it's gonna get good, and like a lot of the time it does. So I think that's You just got to get in and make the most of it, right?
That's what the slave said. After the fifth whip, it's going to start feeling good.
I did some extreme researching for our next guest, as I always do. I just log on to Instagram and check out the Instagram profile of you, PJ. And I mean, just before we start this whole thing, your studio, man, it looks fucking awesome.
Thank you.
Could you paint with words how it looks in your studio?
Yeah, well, from the outside it's just like a box, but I put all the energy onto the inside. So basically, it's about 1.5 years ago that I decided to build the studio, and I had kind of been leading up to wanting something like this my whole career. So I finally got the chance to do it. I had a plot of land like on the property I bought up here that was already regulated for a cabin, and I hired like some friends to help me build the outside of the studio. And then I had no experience building anything prior to this, but I just kind of got into it on the inside, like I do with all things, like have no plan and just pick up the pieces as I go. But I got really into like the interior of it, so I made like some nice shelves, and the floor I just kind of went nuts on. I think I spent the original idea was I'm gonna use the scrap material and make some stuff for the floor, and I ended up spent so much money on glue like for this floor. I could have bought 2 normal floors, but in the end the floor is kind of like that's the showcase of the studio, because I'd spent a lot of time like looking for some nice rocks, and I integrated that into the floor, and I turned it into kind of an art project.
Well, it's funny that you said you used a lot of glue to get the floor together.
It became a joke in the end, because I was having to drive back to the hardware store all the time. They're like, more glue, huh? So I think it was so stupid, but I mean the glue is great, but
it's the cause of inspiration and the stuff that holds it together.
But I mean, in the end, now, like, I'm so glad I spent all that time and energy into it.
It's the sickest thing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for if the persons who listens still haven't picked it up, PJ is an artist of some renown, I would say, and it looks like you have made yourself a studio with a panoramic view as well out to the ocean. It seems like, I mean, it looks like a good place to be creative, I guess.
Yeah, this was kind of my dream little cave here, and it's so many things like fell into place. I were just really lucky, and a combination of just kind of working towards that. But yeah, I feel like this is my little dream come true in a way. Like I've been working toward this for a while, and yeah, it's nice to finally be in here.
That's a nice transition to where I would like to go now a little bit.
Okay.
Because as you said, you've been working towards it.
Yeah.
So we don't go super long back. I think 2017 or so. PJ, when I met you at ISPO, we were there with the Vimana team. And I remember Tronna, the nicest guy in the world. Shout out to Tronna Husveg, Mr. Vimana himself.
Oh, big time.
Big time. He's like, Per, you gotta meet this guy. He can draw, man. He's amazing. I was like, all right. And I was like, Tronna is full of life and full of and the whole crew, and you come in this quiet guy, and you just sit down with a white board and you start freehand drawing this insane graphics. And I was like, what the fuck? It's like, who's this guy?
And this was in Berlin?
In Munich.
In Munich, yeah.
That was in Munich at ISPO. And yeah, that was a sick ISPO, and mate, we had a good connection right away, and it was a good laugh that whole week we went down in Munich.
Can you confirm this story, PJ, or is it completely lies? All of it?
Yeah, I confirm 100%. No, I remember. Trana's like, "You're gonna meet my friend Per. He's really cool." And then we went up. We had this Airbnb, and I just remember you and thinking like, "Wow, Per! Like this is a solid dude. Like we got along so quickly." And yeah, I don't know, like that whole Vimana crew, like Trana especially, it's just to be a part of that whole thing is so sick. That's a dream come true for me. So
yeah, let's return to this. I just have to ask the obvious question. So you're in Stad, and you're obviously not from Stad. You're South African, is that right?
yeah, so like my whole family is South African. I was born there, and then both my parents grew up there. And then when I was 8 years old, we moved to the US.
Okay.
And then I lived there all the way up until 2009, and then I moved to Norway. Yeah, so I never really know what to say when people ask me where I'm from, because I've always kind of been from somewhere else. So I just, yeah, I'm kind of a mixed breed at this point. But yeah, originally from South Africa.
Do you still have a little bit of a South African accent?
Yeah.
Can you bring that up?
I can't. I wish I could.
Come on, please.
I think partially speaking so much English to Norwegians has kind of made some of it resurface, because I have friends in the US, when I talk to them, they just laugh at me now. Like, dude, what happened to you?
No, you know what it is? You know what it is?
What's that?
It is that guy that I played. We have a new intro sound.
We have a new intro music for this episode, actually.
Yeah, and maybe you know what it is. Can you imagine what it is, PJ?
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, let me see if that works. If I press this button here. Remember that? That is you playing a guitar in a slaughterhouse with another.
Oh, look out!
With another Safa playing on the drums.
Oh, dude, Cam is the best.
And
Cam
I think
is the
hanging
best.
out with him because he is thick in his accent. Maybe
Man, that was such a good night, because honestly, like there was a point in time I thought like maybe I would like to play music for a profession, and like I was into such a specific kind of genre of music, and since moving to Norway, I'd never connected with anyone who kind of understood that scene. And when I met Cam, like I didn't actually know, like we never talked about music, and then he came up and we just like had the sickest jam. It's like we spoke the same language musically, and it was like that was great. I needed to rock. That was sick.
Dude, that was a sick session, man. That was really good. I enjoyed myself so much, really.
And you sneaked the recording of everything, yeah?
I learned from Ivar. Ivar is anything I do, he records and puts it out to make me ashamed out there, whatever.
Always keep the recorder going. That's the main teaching.
But PJ, seriously, before I met you, you had a whole life before that as well,
Yeah.
and I'm interested because pretty much I've got a fairly good network of people around, like, and I see your art everywhere. You know, it doesn't matter if we have the same people around, but you make artwork for you did the Burton series, didn't you? Snowboards with the Legends, was that? No, there was
Yes,
Yes.
snowboards. Yeah.
Yes, snowboards. Jan Petter's brand, and
Yeah,
Amanda Marchi, and yeah. You did boards for them. You do Vimana. You do vans. You do beer. You do really cool stuff for really cool people. How did you meet all these people?
Like it's so weird because I think having moved from South Africa to the US when I was a kid, like taking such a drastic move like that, you suddenly realize like, oh, that's possible. Like I can move somewhere else and it can be a completely different place and nobody knows me here and I have a clean slate. And I had been living in New York City for 7 years before moving to Norway, and I was struggling so hard when I lived in New York, like just broke. When you're in your 20s, like I don't know, at least I was super broke, and because I was so determined to kind of do art, and I wanted to do that at all costs, and that meant like sacrificing money just to like kind of hone in my craft. And when I moved to Norway, I was so naive. Because my wife is from Stad, and we moved from New York City to Stad in 2009, and it was exactly what I wanted at that time. I remember being really done with New York City, and I had this idea in my head, like, I'm going to move to Norway and really be an artist. I don't know what I have to do, but that's what I'm going to do. And it's like a slow kind of snowball thing. And I think the one really great thing about Norway is that like a lot of people have this kind of friends group that goes back a long way. And so everyone's really tight, whether it's snowboarding or skating or surfing. Like everyone's got their group, and you meet one person and then they introduce you, and it just kind of like it builds and it connects. And so long story short, that's kind of how it happened. It was like just meeting people slowly and like just really focusing on what I was doing and just trying to make it work out, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool.
It really worked out though.
Yeah, but PJ, could we? How did you get into this whole art game in the first place? Did you always do drawings as a kid, or?
Yeah, well, my parents are both really creative. My mom's a painter, and my dad is a graphic designer. So they really encouraged the whole thing for me when I was a kid. And like for me, my dad, he did a lot of packaging. So when I was young, like going into the grocery store or something, it was like, oh yeah, like my dad, he did that. And like, I thought that was so cool. I was like, I saw that at home, like my dad working on that. And there it is, like whatever it was, Canada Dry or Schweppes, or like he did a lot of stuff like that.
Cool.
And so I think I always wanted that, and they were really supportive. And I went to art school for 4 years. Like I did a full bachelor's degree in art. And I mean, you don't have to study art to be like a professional artist. But I think for me, it was kind of like the investment into doing this professionally. And you learn a lot. Like, yeah, it's like you're not going to give up if you've put that much money and energy into saying you're going to do it,
Yeah.
So that was a really great environment for kind of starting off. Like I took myself seriously really early, for better or worse. But
no, but that's all right, man.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a little bit delusional in the beginning, right? Like
we're still all delusional, but just
you never really lose that.
No.
What kind of so this is when you were young? What kind of things were you doing, like artish? Were you doing drawings or paintings, or what kind of styles were you exploring?
I think I've always, it's been interesting. Like even to this day, I still am trying new stuff all the time because I get a bit bored, and the act of like, okay, suddenly now I'm going to do a carving in wood, or I'm going to paint, or I'm going to whatever it is, make a guitar. So like it's just about continuing to be kind of curious about stuff that kind of kept me going. But I always loved drawing as a kid, and then as I said, I got really into music, and I think I was maybe 13. Like I used to be a super jock. Like I played like football, like soccer, and like lacrosse and ice hockey, and I was like super like jock guy. And then and then I made friends with a good one of my friends when I was like 13. He was like came from this whole other thing. He was skateboarding, and he was so sick. Like shout out to my friend Chris. And he like he basically like flipped the whole thing for me, because like where I grew up, it was not acceptable. You're like either a jock or you're a skater, and it was just a different time, you know. And I remember kind of like turning my back on my whole life as a jock, and like, no, I'm a skater. I bought like a pair of Vans, and like suddenly I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and that just opened up a whole thing with the like music and punk rock, and then snowboarding. And as soon as I got into that, I was like, if I don't like manage to find a way to design a snowboard in my lifetime, then I've not like completed the mission. So already when I was like 13, 14, that was like my life goal. I was like, this is what I want to do. And I don't know how, but I'm going to get there. And it took like 20 years before I finally got that first snowboard. But shit, like...
Wait, that's not much for a life goal. You know what I mean?
It feels like forever when you're in it.
But dude, you know, what we're talking about is not me sitting at home drawing on a piece of paper and thinking one day I will draw something on a snowboard. No, you draw something on a snowboard and somebody puts it in a production line, uses millions and millions, and sells it to heaps of thousands of people. That is not
Huge.
too bad, actually, you know, considering your age. All right, so
yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, like, I have so many drawings of snowboards before I ever got that first snowboard. I was so prepared to do that job that when the opportunity finally came, I was like, yes, like, fucking finally happening, you know. Like, so. It's about being prepared, I guess, like when the opportunities come up. And yeah.
I was sitting pondering how the hell a South African guy could have a dream about building, designing a snowboard deck. But there you go. You were snowboarding in the US then. That's the explanation.
Yeah, in the US. And I loved snowboard. Like, that was... You know, like when you get into stuff when you're young, you're like, I want to be a pro snowboarder. I want to do this. And obviously that never happened. But like, to this day, I love snowboarding as much as I did when I first started. It's just like such a, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Especially after a revitalizing winter like this one.
Yeah. Whereabouts was this, by the way? Where did you get into the snowboarding?
Yeah, this was all East Coast on the US.
New England?
Yeah, New England. Like I grew up in Connecticut, but we would drive. Like we had one really small hill about 40 minutes from where I lived, and that had like a tractor with the rope tow, and it was maybe like 100 meters of a slope, and we would go there after school and just like hit like one jump, you know.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we were driving up to Vermont and going to Stratton. So, like early like 90s, like U.S. Open up in Stratton, like Burton was up in Burlington. Like I got to live through that like era of snowboarding, and that was just. That was so sick.
Yes, us that are happy to live through the 90s actually can look back on a good decade in this world.
Yeah, I mean, it was such a cool time because snowboarding was really raw back then, and it had much more of a skate energy to the whole thing, and just like the music and it was so loose and like, yeah, it was great. It was great.
It was an era of discoveries.
Yeah, I had a friend like his dad was a plumber and he somehow had a hookup to like he knew Jake Burton, and so my dad like drove us whatever it was 5-6 hours up to Burlington when I was I think 15. We got go up to the Burton factory and I think we got like an 80% discount and I was just in heaven. I was like, this is the greatest day of my life. Like I'm at the Burton factory like this. It was so cool. Like it really had such a huge effect on me. Like it was such ripe timing with the music and the art and yeah, I don't know. I was still kind of living in that the stoke from those days in a way.
Well, hell yeah. I have to say, mate, it's I sniff back sometimes. Like, it was so fun, especially in this pandemic year we have behind us. You like really member berries.
Oh man, it's been interesting, but I mean, all things considered, I think we've been quite lucky with the whole pandemic thing, and at least like surfing out here, that's my social outlet is surfing. Like
everybody's listening to this podcast. Everybody listening to this podcast is on that same page.
I mean, what would we do? I mean, like the places where beaches are closed and people are running from the cops, and I couldn't imagine.
It shows the true worth of having a hobby that you can do outside. And being safe and getting fresh air and getting out some energy and everything. We're quite lucky.
Oh, hell yeah. And for somebody sitting on nav, it doesn't cost a shit except driving to it and doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole pandemic thing has shown us that we are quite lucky to have the hobby we have, I guess.
Kumbaya.
Yeah. Really, I mean, like... I'm sure everyone listening to this,
the millions and millions of people listening out there.
Yeah. I mean, when you don't get your surf, you're not in the best mood.
PJ, I have to just dig in this thing. You were a struggling artist, you said, in New York. What's that like?
Oh, it was the worst. Like total desperation. I mean, like. The apartment we were living in was probably about the size of my studio now. And it's terrible thing psychologically to be broke and not sure if you're good enough at what you're doing, and you're not. Like, so the problem with art is like there's no clear sort of path to take. It's a completely open thing and no one can tell you how to do it, and you kind of have to have to take those hard years like in order to get to the next level. And a lot of people maybe drop out when that really gets tough, but I was so like I just had to do it. I don't know what else I would do, so I just kind of tried to power through it. But it was awful, to be honest. Like I couldn't go out. I don't like. I lived in New York City, but I basically was in my apartment.
You lived in the apartment in New York City.
Yeah, you existed.
Yeah, like I could go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art because that was free. But otherwise, you step out the door and you're basically already paying $20 just to get from here to there, and then if you're gonna eat, and like I was kind of teetering on the. Like between, am I going to do music or am I going to do art? Because neither one was making any money at that point. And I don't know how I did it. Like, it was tough. It was really tough.
What's the grind like? Do you go out searching for people to pick you up, or do you? How do you?
Well, I think that was part of the problem. Was I had this huge. I don't know, like I just didn't have the thought process about how to get from A to B. It was so unclear to me because maybe part of it in New York, everybody's hustling and everybody's so good, and like, what's the first step? I didn't know. And when I moved to Norway, it was like, oh, okay, if I'm gonna make this work out, like, this is it. It's now or never. So I really like put so much energy into just getting out and sharing my work with people. Like, I set up meetings every week just to show my work, probably for 3 years before I actually got any type of like art related job. It was tough, but I was
hustling.
So, who gave you the first real break?
Okay, let me think. The first real break I had, and this is kind of cool. There's a record shop in Oslo called Tiger.
Yeah, of course.
And I did like a stencil sign for the outside of their store, and it's still hanging today.
Nice.
And it's got this really great patina now. Like, it's really, it's beat up. And so, shout out to Christian for hooking me up with my first kind of like art type job. And then Session, actually, they were like some of the first to take me on board too, which I'm so grateful for, because that set me up for so many more. Like, that's how I met Freddie Ospo, and that's how I did my first snowboard design was for him. And then I met Tronna through Freddie, and that's how the whole Vimana thing happened. And it just kind of, continued to
That's when the snowboard
spread out. Yeah, so Session was really, they were a big part of kind of helping me.
What did you do for the Session guys?
I was doing some T-shirts and like skate decks, and even now, like, still doing, like, I have a new like collection coming out, or just I think it's a shirt and a deck for the spring.
Nice.
This year. And I just like, they're so core, and just to do that, it's great.
Nah, super nice, man. Yeah, because from all these days of struggles, leading to me checking into the Mandrake Hotel and
holy fuck.
and looking at some insane murals that you've put out there.
Per showed me this thing. It's sick stuff. Could we talk about this? The Mandrake Hotel?
Yeah, of course.
Let's do some background. What is this? What is the Mandrake Hotel?
Okay, so it's a boutique hotel in London, like really
expensive.
It's it's like, I would never. It's out of my league. Like, but it's a really good example of taking people seriously, because I got this really relaxed email from the owner of the hotel. I think it was maybe 2015. And I could have easily just, like, it seemed so like it was nothing, but he was like, I'm opening this boutique hotel in London, and I found your work because I had done some artwork for Carlos Santana.
Okay.
There we go.
by the way, it's like...
And I think his girlfriend had somehow found, I don't know the exact story because I never asked, but he got in touch with me, and he just said, I want you to help me make some art. And I just actually took the time to reply, like, with a really well thought out response about how it can be a bigger story, like, and this and that. And I got really into it, and it's just as well because it turned out to be like a really good long-standing relationship that I have now. It's really elevated my art. Like, I'm busy working on a new commission for them now. And honestly, I think like the best fine art that I've done in my career has always been for them. Like, they've put me in a position to like bring out the best of my work. And I always give them like 200%, because I know it's it's just a really lucky showcase to have my art there. And it's really cool.
What did you do for them? I mean, for the people who haven't seen it yet.
So the first thing I did for them was, it's like a painting I did actually it's 3 meters tall by 10 meters long.
It's
And I don't know, kind of like a cross between, I don't know, like maybe the Sistine Chapel and Guernica.
dude, seriously. Sorry, I gotta interrupt you for a second there. Because that piece there. I mean, I've seen you on the process, not live, but you sent me pictures when you were on the scaffolding on that scissor lift thing and I was trying when I talk to people about you and what you do, and it's like, yeah, but what does it? How? I said, imagine Alice in Wonderland and the Matrix and all that shit combined, compressed, and then you can look at 10 square centimeters and you can look for it for an hour because you're falling into a rabbit hole because there's so much going on. I mean, it's I don't know. For me, that stuff is, I don't know where it comes from, but just glad I get to do it. Like, yeah, mate. I'm glad you get to do that too, and other people can see that.
Obviously, people have to Google
the Shallow Tree, or
Mandrake
the
Hotel.
Mandrake Hotel.
Mm.
The hardest part about that painting commission was actually finding a studio big enough to paint a painting that big, and I got really lucky because the agent I work with in Oslo, her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, he had worked for like a production company, and they had just bought like the old studio where Riksteatret in Oslo used to paint all their backdrops. So it was like a 3-story building that was just floor to ceiling open. It was a massive wall, and they hooked me up. Like I think they made really, really good price on the rent for the studio, and so that was the hardest challenge. And then of course getting the painting there, and it had some challenges, but it was for sure. Like,
I can imagine just to transport a 3 times 10 meter mural.
I mean, you guys make it sound like the logistics is the challenging thing here. I mean, it has to be a fucking job to paint the thing as well. I mean, how the fuck do you make a good 3 by 10 meters painting? I mean, how the fuck do you fit
a pen?
With a pen? The logistics were really hard.
Yeah, the shipping was the hardest part. Yeah. No, I mean, like with all those things, I kind of have like a 50% plan, and then I let the second half of the whole thing kind of unfold as I'm doing it, because I don't like to have too much. I don't want to know exactly what it's going to look like at the end until I've gotten there. So I leave a lot of it up to just exploring while I'm doing it. But I have like a pretty loose plan up front.
Yeah, and how do you find that plan?
I do a lot of pencil sketching first, and just like work out the composition. And then it's kind of like once I've established the foundation and where things are going to be sitting and where the attention is going to be on the piece, then I can just start to kind of weave it together as I'm painting so that it's seamless. So it's, and it's always changing. Like I'm starting to introduce new kind of process into the painting, because for those pieces it's just black and white. So I was just using brush and ink, like a very liquid type black ink, and now I've started adding. I just bought like an airbrush little kit to just get a different texture on the canvas, and some spray paint now too. I don't know, like it's kind of like building a vocabulary over the years. Like how do I make a new mark on this surface?
Keep it fresh as well.
Yeah, exactly. It has to stay fun.
We're gonna have a talk about it later, because I already pitched it to Ivar. I'm gonna start making carpets. But that is going to be in a different episode.
Per has a new hobby idea, and he's going to make carpets.
Seriously, yeah.
I've seen some amazing carpets.
Dude, I found a carpet stitching machine. It's sick. I'm gonna be spewing.
Is it like one of those guns?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, right. That's so fucking sick, man. I'm gonna be spewing out carpets and all sorts of shit.
showed me his inspiration for this new hobby of his, and he showed me like this kid painting a flower with this.
Yeah, so you could understand it, and even that, you can hear it. He didn't understand it. You right away. It's that power tool thing, right? Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's like a giant gun-looking thing that's shooting in the.
It looks like a power drill. You're like. So good.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You two artists can understand this. For me, it's.
I'm a draw by line artist. Yeah. I'm gonna take PJ stuff and project it and make carpets out of it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you do. Give me 5%. I'll be happy.
Of the carpet, or.
but PJ, I haven't quite reached it yet. I mean, the things you put on the painting, the motifs and everything. Where do you find it?
So, I think this is kind of one of the funniest things about what I do is because I actually do not have a good answer. Like, I don't know. A lot of people are so deep into the process and why, but for me, I've always just been about do it. And maybe it's the act of doing that is the reason I do it, because I haven't ever given too much thought about why. Why am I putting this bird here or this, whatever it is. It's almost like it sounds so corny, but it's like I have very little to do with it. I'm just kind of like the middleman in the process. And maybe that makes some sense to some people, but it's not a cop-out. Like, I think about this a lot. Like, why am I painting a moon or this geometric thing or this or that? And I think I really don't have a good answer. And it's almost like the words lessen the impact of the piece. It's like I don't have to understand why. It's almost like the gift is that, like, a transcendent piece of art should be something that the audience looks at and understands something about themselves, maybe. Or it's not maybe my job to put into words what it's about. I'm just there to make the painting.
Yeah.
So
put it forward.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously you have a knack for it, and you have done the groundwork to be able to do it, I guess, and have the talent and have conservated the talent. And I mean, you have the tools in your hand to make the things make the things look cool. I mean, look good.
Yeah, maybe that's it. It's like I've put in so much mileage into the craft that once you've kind of become comfortable with that, you can let go of everything else, and it becomes almost automatic. Like, I prefer not to overthink things, and so. I think that's also what keeps it interesting for me. Is like it is a bit of a mystery.
Well, like, dude, nothing's better when you surprise yourself in the end. You're like, what the hell? Yeah. Well, what? I mean, seriously, but. Yeah, talent, of course, and you went 4 years into school. You got your knowledge that belongs with it, the techniques that belongs with it, and everything, you know. But at the end, you are talking a language that, as you said, so many people understand and really appreciate your language. And I can read in, I can sit in front of one of your drawings and sit for it for an hour and look at all the details that you are putting into it, and of course I can imagine my own world. Why do I like it, you know? But yeah, you're speaking a language that everybody, or not everybody, but a lot of people understand and appreciate.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it's like music. You don't have to understand it to appreciate it, and maybe the intention of the writer of the song had something completely else in mind, but you hear that song and you put your own meaning to it, and maybe that's what kind of makes it special to me. Is like it's like it becomes on your level, like it becomes broader than maybe it should, because I don't know.
Keeps on taking on new meanings, basically.
Yeah.
But what I like with your artwork is it, and that's the. I think in the art world, and I have a lot of friends in the art world. I have like Martin Reed with new art.
Shout out to Martin.
He's working a lot of street art and all the new art stuff, and then you have that established artwork that persons like Banksy like rattle up when he destructs his own pictures at what was it, Harrods or whatever. But yeah, there's this world, and there's the skateboard art world, and you know that, PJ, because we all grew up with the artwork on Santa Cruz decks, or that kind of art. If you look at the books that are written and printed with just skateboard decks artwork, and there's so much talent out there. And I know that you, PJ, after that you moved from, and you had, I have to say it, the farm that you had down in Oslo. It was an insane studio you had there, and I know it's probably still in your mind a couple of days a year. but you moved to a sick place now, and I know that you talked about to bring in other artists, to have like a laid-back week, with collab work. And is that something that you're still planning on doing, or?
100%. Like, just going back to what you said, like. The skate sort of world, it has such a definitive art aesthetic, and then surfing as well, like Jim Phillips, and then the whole like 60s 70s kind of psychedelic rock movement. Like it's so established, and I think snowboarding has that too, but there wasn't a center point to it. Like it's almost like it hadn't evolved to where it was still so young in a way, snowboarding. And I think like in the last 10 years, it's starting to build into something, because we've been putting on these exhibitions. Like a good friend of mine, Scof, he does a lot of artwork for LibTech and Vans, and I got an email from him or a message on Instagram some years back, and he's like, I've been putting on these art shows for snowboarding, and I really love you to be a part of it. We're going to do it in Jackson Hole at Travis Rice's gallery, and I couldn't make it out to that show. Unfortunately, I had artwork in the show, and I was so bummed out that I missed it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do that in Norway. So I invited him, and who was it? It was Skof and Danny Larson and Jamie Lynn and Brian Aguchi, Aaron Schwartz, and Scott Lenhart, who used to do a lot of Burton graphics back in the day. And we put on a show, as you said, at my old place, and then we were there for a week, just like hanging out, making art, going camping, and then we finished the week off in Oslo with an exhibition. And then we've done that same thing in London, and we've done it in Switzerland and Lax for 2 years. And so it's kind of like, it feels really cool, because we're actually making the effort to establish that group of artists as the snowboard sort of thing. So it's happening now, like, and that's, I'm just honored to be a part of that, it's a really cool thing, because you start to realize like things don't happen unless you actually pick up the ball and get it rolling, and just, I don't know, to work alongside like someone like Jamie, for example. Like my older sister was obsessed with Jamie Lynn when I was like started snowboarding. She had his posters on the wall. And then suddenly, like, I'm in my garage painting with him. I'm like, this is wild. This is
It's crazy.
This is crazy. Like, it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, it is sick, though, you know, and it is interesting how, you know, how life plays that way, you know. Once you pick up the ball, suddenly also positive stuff happens, you know. And you meet Jamie Lynn, which would be like super sick, right?
It's 100% like you reap what you sow. Like it's so basic, but like any amount of effort you put into something comes back to you, you know. And like you guys know, like putting together a podcast is not easy. It takes a lot of work. Like I tried to do actually one of the ways I got involved in snowboarding industry was I had the show with my friend Tom called Fresh Off the Hill.
Yes.
And we like did animation interviews with snowboarders, and like it takes so much work. So really hats off to you guys for like sticking to it.
The Fresh Off the Hill interviews, are they still on YouTube?
It's on I think there's one like compilation on YouTube, and then we have our Instagram account because like our whole thing was we want to make an Instagram show, and that was when Instagram only had 15-second videos.
Yeah.
So we were doing like an hour-long interview, and then we had to find like 15 seconds of gold and turn it into an animation.
It's the funniest shit. I was laughing so hard at some of those interviews, man, with like Mikkel and all these boys. It was like everybody should go and check out Fresh Off the Hill.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check this out.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Fresh is not dead. We're coming back.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. But you mentioned something that made me click again, because you mentioned a name, which is a really good subject to say in this skateboard, snowboard, surf world. You said Travis Rice, and you said Travis Rice's art gallery. Yeah, so there's a guy that just had his lifelong snowboard competition dream running. Yeah, the natural selection, which was the coolest shit I've seen in ever time.
Insane.
Yeah, there's a guy who he works hard to get this done. He's building with the other guys the park. He's the GOAT in snowboarding. He's got an art gallery. I didn't even know he had an art gallery. Tell me about Travis Rice's art gallery.
Yeah, well, he had an art gallery because unfortunately they had to shut it down. But to his credit, like he was really on the forefront of giving snowboarding artists the attention that they kind of deserved in a way, because no one else was doing it, and he was really shedding some light on it. And I mean, that's really cool because, as you said, I mean, like, especially with natural selection, like he's really carving out a whole new chapter of snowboarding. Yeah. And he was really taking everyone along with him, it seems like just to see Stan, you know, like one of the announcers, like I remember when he was getting started, he was like making shows in his closet, you know, and then it's like a perfect example of like sticking to it and doing your thing at all costs. And just like Scof is really close with him, and he did artwork for the natural selection now. And so, I feel like it's really nice that snowboarding is getting that sort of recognition within the art side of it. And like Curator magazine, for example, they are bringing in all the snowboard artists and the riders and really making like a hardcover like coffee book every year. And so it's really cool. And I don't know, like I'd love to see something kind of build up in the surf, like in Norway, like with art as well. Like if there was a way to kind of get that running as well. Like I've slowly kind of started to do stuff. Like I helped Stad Surfing redo their identity and make a sign for the outside, and I'm busy working with Arvik Surf Shop now to redo that for them, and just I don't know, like kind of getting some interesting art into that whole into the equation, you know.
I was thinking about it the other day. It's back in end 90s 2000 how skateboarding was actually making itself known in Norway. You went on road trips, you know. You packed your cars. You had either there was like a shitty skate park wherever you went to, or you had like in the later years like an inflatable skate parks. I was about to say. You popped up. You had demos. You run the demos. You had the team. You know, there was the ES team or the Etnis team, and there was a demo show, and there was a week scheduled. You know, and I was thinking with the whole concept that you guys are running there. You know, with the imagine you had like after the 17th of May, you get yourself a Russebus, and you do like an art tour.
Stad on wheels.
Stad on wheels, you know, but an art, you know, and do like a demo tour, you know, going to 10 cities in Norway or whatever.
That would be sick. Like you could have like some mural spots lined up.
Yeah.
For example.
Exactly.
And maybe hit up all the surf spots and
definitely
do some surfing, make some art, and
maybe like, we can do some drawings, make some mural work at the surf spot. That would be sick.
Yeah, and then more importantly, like to document it and make a product.
Exactly.
Like a film. Like I've always enjoyed that side of it. Like,
exactly. I was talking earlier in the show that I need a job. So if anybody wants to finance this, PJ is ready. He brings in his own network. I can organize the tour. I have been a manager for many years. So I've done this commercially. I've done it with artists. So there we go.
And the first wall should be the public toilet at Vigdal Beach.
Exactly. And hey, exactly. And our readers, I said our listeners.
Readers.
We're going to subtitle the whole thing. So no,
we're going to just use 15 seconds of this interview anyway. So that's
exactly. It's only going to be 15 seconds. That's fresh off the speaker box. But that would be sick, and then we can have our listeners saying, "Hey, we want you to do something on that public toilet at that surf spot," or you know. Sick.
Keep it in the back of the head. Could I just ask? I mean, is there any? Because I obviously am a little bit younger than you guys, and I didn't.
He's a bodyboarder, by the way.
Yeah, a really shitty one as well, and a really tall one.
There are only shitty bodyboarders. No, just kidding.
Nah, but I mean, so there's obviously like a jargon, like a style,
a jargon
with the whole art. Combined with board sports and with snowboarding decks and everything. I mean, what constitutes a good snowboarding deck?
Oh man, I mean, I think like I guess I've kind of established a certain style to what I'm doing with the Vimana stuff, but I don't know like about you guys, but I could never ride a board that I didn't like the way it looked. and more often, like, I bought a board on the way it looked than the performance specifications, you know?
Exactly.
So, I don't know what, like, there's no right or wrong.
No,
like,
obviously.
You can ride an all-white board, and that's sick, too. Like, so, I don't know, like, there's no specific formula to it, but
I could rephrase what constitutes a good board design for you.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I've always been caught up in having a lot of details, so I want you to first see the artwork, and it should be quite bold. Like from a distance, it should still hold up. And then when you get up close, you're like, oh, there's a whole lot going into this. So it needs to kind of have two levels to it in my head. because like for filming or shooting snowboarding, mostly the shot has a bit of distance to it. So it needs to have that combination of like it needs to hit hard from a distance and also up close. Maybe like kind of similar to a tattoo, maybe like it's to me that's the sort of thing that I don't know makes a successful snowboard design. But I don't know if I've answered you properly or not, but yeah.
Yeah, there's no wrong answer. I think that's good. We have, mostly in Reve Allstars we talk about surfing and all the people touching surfing, and I mean the whole shebang around the surfing. And we barely have touched the surfing part this far in the talk. I mean, PJ the surfer, where did that start out?
Let's see. The first time I went surfing was actually in South Africa, like on a trip my family took back, like we were visiting, and that was, I think, in the year 2000. And as you can imagine, like it was just, you have no idea when you're first starting. So like I got destroyed. Let's put it that way. Yeah. But like I had bought my first board from a shaper, like out of his garage in Cape Town. And then I went surfing because I think like the exchange rate was so good at that time. I think I paid like $40 for this surfboard, you know. Like it was ridiculous.
Remember how small it was?
I think I probably made the classic like first surfboard mistake. It was like a 7-foot gun, you know. It was it was like a charger, you know. For like I was way off, you know.
That's classic.
Yeah, real classic. And then, but I knew then, like, because actually the people I want, like, it was my childhood friend, like his dad growing up in South Africa, he was a surfer. And I remember, like, I just remember thinking his dad was so cool. Like this guy, he's like, it just, it left such an impression on me as a kid, but my parents weren't into surfing, so I didn't get to do it like while we lived there. And a part of me always feels like, I wonder how it would have been if we had stayed. Like maybe I would have really gotten into surfing on a different level, like earlier, because I got into it quite late. Like, so I was 20 the first time I surfed, and then I put it down. Like I went to study at school in Florida, and I was on the wrong coast of Florida. So like maybe my next surf trip was like in a hurricane on the Gulf Coast of Florida because there were waves. And I like, that's with my friend who got me into skateboarding. We almost died. Like that was the one of the dumbest things I've done in my life, was try to surf in that hurricane. And then in like 2006, I had a friend, I was in New York City, and one of my friends from high school was like, let's learn to surf. And I was like, hell yeah, I've been wanting to surf. Like, let's just really commit ourselves. And for like that first summer, we were going like 3 times a week. And when you're living in New York City, like that's pretty good, because we were going to Rockaway Beach in New York. And like, just to paint that kind of picture, it was like barbed wire fence and maybe like a 50-meter like beach where the waves are breaking, and in the middle of that was an old like there were posts in the water that you couldn't see. There was an old like jetty, and we didn't know. Like, fortunately, like we were kooking out so hard, and fortunately, this guy was like, "You guys got to watch out because there's posts like running right down the middle of this beach," and so we were going like maybe 3 times a week, and that was for, I don't know, like one summer, and then another summer. It wasn't like a winter thing for me. And so it was really sporadic for the longest time. Like I really wasn't surfing. Like you can't surf until you've really dedicated yourself. Like you need to live by the beach if you're going to learn how to surf. And so a lot of time went by. And then in 2009, when we were thinking about moving to Norway, I was like, yes, we're going to move to Stad. I can finally like try to surf. And then we stayed in 2009. We were in Stad for, I think, 4 months before we moved to Oslo. And then I didn't surf at all. Like surfing was off. I've never been down to Saltstein or any of that, but we were coming to Stad because my wife's family lives here, so we were coming every Christmas and summer, and I was that guy, you know, showing up from Oslo, trying to catch waves. And so like it wasn't until we moved to Stad like 2.5 years ago that I was finally actually able to dedicate myself like really to like learning how to surf properly. And I felt like I really have to catch up here because maybe I look like the kind of guy who could surf, but I'm not like there yet. And so I just really dedicated myself. I got completely caught up in it, and like I get a bit obsessive, like 4 or 5 times a week. Just I'm gonna go no matter what. And like really fortunate to have made good friends out here who are really good at surfing and could kind of like I learned a lot just by going a lot and watching them, and just kind of feeling like I needed to get the level up quickly. And I don't know, like to me, like I couldn't imagine not surfing now. It's like everything.
Yeah.
So
it kind of has an effect on people.
Yeah. I mean, it helped. Like I was really into snowboarding like for quite a long time in my life, and skateboarding obviously. So there's a foundation there with the board, but surfing has its own. It's a whole nother thing, and you know, you see, like I have friends they grew up with it, and that's just a whole nother. It's a whole nother level. You know, you can't get those years back when you're older and you're trying to get into it. But I mean, all things considered, I'm really happy with like where I am with my surfing, and I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, and I think that is the big advantage of the whole surfing game. Is there is no, you have to be on that certain level to like enjoy it more than on another level. You know, it is because you can do this until you drop dead, and you will always have a new challenge and a new wave and a new condition and always getting better. You know, and it sounds so cliche, but even you can hear Kelly talk about it. You know, he's still. Not that he needs to learn something, but as he says, he still learns. You know, he's still fine tuning everything.
Fine tuning every single time. It's like I think, like if you really set your mind to anything, like progression, like you get totally wrapped up in it. Like I felt like I wanted it so badly. Like I have to. Fuck, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just one of those things. Like you'll never stop learning or getting better. Like it's just never the same scenario ever.
How is the whole community going on up there? I mean, obviously it's a shit community. Don't go up there. But if we
no, community is great, but it's too long to get there.
Well, I think it's amazing, actually. Like I have nothing bad to say about this area, like other than don't come. But like the community is great. I think it's kind of cool because there's quite a variety of people Like there is a really core group of surfers who are out there. It's not that many. Like on the surface, yeah, there are a lot of people, but the people who are out there like 4 times a week, there's maybe, I don't know, 10 or 12 of us, and everyone's kind of like, we got eyes on the beach, you know, like I know what's happening out in Arvik, and yeah, it's so nice to have that group, and everyone's different. Like there's so many different personalities, like even in that little group, and I think that's what keeps it nice, is like it's not one type of person. It's it's
All sorts
really
of
cool.
crazy.
Like yeah, all sorts of crazy. I mean, you've got like, you know, Jeff Beach Day. He's got like he's coming from such a specific like style of surfing with the longboards and the mid lengths, and like I look up to him so much because he grew up in that environment. Like he's the style master, and you know, and then you've got like Harald and Nicholas, and they're like, and Torkil, like the old boys like my age, are charging in a different way, and then, you know, Magnus and Mods, and it's just, yeah, it's like a whole, there's quite a variety like within the group, and I appreciate all those people for different reasons, you know.
Yeah, Mats is the next one we're going to be talking to, and Beach Day also is on our line of...
plow through the...
we're going to plow through the 3 people of Stadlandet. the other names he just made up. I lived up there. There's only those 2
The Yaran
people.
guys is so tired of us now, we have to go somewhere else to find...
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's an interesting place up there. I mean, I lived there myself for 2.5 years, and it is an amazing spot to live.
I mean, you have lived both in New York and you've lived in Stad, and I mean, how do you manage? And
yeah, like you used to live in a place that had one house block has as many people as the whole
as the whole country.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like switching between extremes, that's like, you have one life and you get this kind of story you write for yourself, and if you don't have the broad experience between like a big city and a small town, like you never really know. Yeah, you learn so much about yourself every time you step into a new environment, and so I think that's actually been really a big part of my life, is moving and having to it's not so much reinvent yourself, but you reevaluate like what you're about and what you're doing, and that's been a really big step for me, because it's helped me grow as a person and professionally, because you meet new people, they know nothing about you, so suddenly it's like, okay, well, what are the important things about me that I should just take into this next place, and like kind of shed the other stuff that's unnecessary. And that's been a huge kind of, that's been a big thing for me, is experiencing that. I think I had moved at least 20 times in my life, maybe more. And yeah, each time you get to experience yourself in a new way, and that's it's a really healthy thing. Like, I couldn't imagine being in like one hometown for my whole life and that was it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I think that's really unique in its own sort of way. But, like, but for me, I needed to see a little bit and experience some stuff. Yeah. But I'm done moving now. I'm done. Yeah.
But I know that you would love to do
15 hours.
Huh?
No, sorry. No.
So, excuse me.
No, I'm sorry. I just go.
But I know that now you've done your snowboards. I know that you would like to do a surfboard series. do some graphics
Yeah.
for that. Maybe we could hook you up with Joel. I mean,
This is like a matchmaking program.
yeah. We've got. You heard the? Did you hear the episode with Joel and the icebox?
Yeah, oh, dude, that would be insane. Like
Mate.
so much respect there. I mean, really, that like, yeah, next level respect.
See, and we can do this with just one whiff of the hand. Listen, Joel, he is an amazing artist. He's ready to do some really good stuff for your already good boards. So we'll get you going.
That would be insane.
Yes.
Like,
by the
that
power
would be
given to
amazing.
by the power given to us by the podcast, we shall bring you two together.
Nah, but
I mean, that
would
would
you-
be incredible.
what would you do if you got to do surfboard designs? I mean, you probably do already with your own stuff and everything.
Yeah, I mean, like I had a little taste of it because the first snowboard I did was actually for Rhythm, and they made a lot of surf like clothes and swimwear, and they were kind of testing out the market for snowboards, and they never followed through with the line that they made. But the guy who was working there, Jason Horton, he is really big into surfing, and he got me in touch with Johnny Cavianca and Michela Gote like some years back in Basque County, and I helped them like do some surfboard designs. They had just broken free from the factory they were working from, and like Johnny, he was doing all of Gabriel Medina's boards, and so I got to. That's the only surfboards I've done, were like through him, and like part of that deal was that they made me a couple of custom boards with my artwork like on the side after that, and so I have those boards, and of course like I can't help myself with my own boards. Like I've done artwork on those too, and so yeah, I mean. It's an open playing field. Like if I had the opportunity to do that here with Joel, or I mean, that
Yeah,
would be
well,
insane.
let's talk. We're just talking, you know. That's all we do. We're just talking. You know, everybody's
Planting-
allowed to talk.
planting
You know,
seeds.
what would I like to think? Do you know?
Planting seeds.
Exactly. The more you talk about stuff, you know. Well, you get the drift, Joel. All right.
Yeah, but we don't. We're not gonna keep you all night. I mean, we probably should be getting somewhere soon. What's a typical day for PJ nowadays?
Yeah. Typically, I mean, I get up really early because I have two kids. So I have my alarm set for 6:51.
That
I
1
gotta
minute.
get-
I know that 1 minute.
Yeah, gotta get that extra minute. And then, yeah, it's just a matter of getting the kids out to school. And then I'm usually in my studio by 7:45. And I've got a really nice balance between work and play. Like, I'd never had this balance before moving to Stad because I was really work obsessed, like just working a lot because I loved it and I didn't feel overworked, but like just 100% in on the art. And now surfing is like, I love it enough that I want to do it as much as I work, maybe more. And so I've got a really nice balance between like, if there are waves, I'm surfing, like, and I feel really lucky to have carved out that sort of like situation for myself because I have deadlines like everyone else, but like I can still work in the evening, and like I managed to get all the work done and play, and I've never had that balance before so much in my life. So I'm sure a lot of people around here wonder if I actually work because I'm always surfing, but I do work really hard. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm kind of bouncing between, I follow like where like the energy of the project I have is like I have a list of maybe 10 projects I'm working on at a time. And I can, depending on the deadline, and just kind of look at the list and check the waves and take the project that I feel the most excited about for the day. And it's a really nice scenario. I mean, like it wasn't always like this, but now it, like I realized I've been doing this for 18 years now.
Exactly.
It finally gets to the point where you've sorted it out the way you wanted it to be. And yeah, I feel I'm really grateful, really lucky, like the whole thing. Like it's nice. It's really nice.
Beautiful. Living the dream after doing a lot of legwork or hard work in the early years.
That is good to hear. So you're a happy camper.
Very.
But that makes me happy.
I've always been like, I feel like I've always been like a naively optimistic person, for better or worse. But like, I always feel like things happen for a reason, and try to find the good in what's happening and just push forward. Like, it's not easy to move like to a, like you can decide like how you want things to be. Like you can feel sorry for yourself, or you can like just put your head down and do the work, and eventually it'll come out, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's words of wisdom into the night.
into the night. I was thinking, since we're wrapping this all up now, and if you have any shout outs you want to bring out there to people that you would like to mention.
Except for Per Freisberg.
Yeah, I'm never. I don't want to get mentioned. No.
I mean, first, like 100% thank you to you guys, like for having me. Like, I think it's so cool what you guys have put together here, and so like to be on the list of people who have been on the show is really nice. Yeah, 100%. Like I'm honored, and there's so many people to thank along the way. I mean, we mentioned quite a few throughout the episode. So yeah, I don't know. We could be here for another hour.
Yeah, we could be.
None mentioned, none forgotten.
None mentioned, none forgotten. Exactly.
Yeah, I would hate to forget anybody, because there's been too many people who have helped me, and like that's the thing you realize, like when you get into something like this, is like it's all the people that you've met who have been willing to help you or like take a chance on you that like make it possible. So yeah, I want to thank everyone. Like I really do, like sincerely. I wouldn't be doing any of this stuff if I hadn't met like all the people I'd met along the way, and it's so important.
Cool, PJ.
So check out Fresh Off the Hill at YouTube.
Yes.
And check out Shallow Tree at Instagram.
Yeah.
And what else, Per?
The Mandrake Hotel in London.
Why Shallow Tree? Is there a fascinating story behind the name, or is it?
Yeah. No, not really. Kind of like everything else. Like, actually, if I'm gonna be honest, like I think when I was studying, my dad was like, "You need a website," and this was I think 1999, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, I need a domain name," and I was looking through a sketchbook, and I had written Shallow Tree down in my sketchbook for I don't know whatever reason. And I looked at it and I thought, that sounds interesting. and that's it. Like, it's really there's no deeper meaning to it at all. Like, none.
So
it's just,
we killed the magic.
Beautiful.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
No, brilliant. So if the stars align and everything, we might call you some other time. We don't Don't be a stranger, is that what we say, Per?
We'll see what happens with this year. Maybe you and me go on a road trip.
Yeah, we got some equipment to go record on the road as well. So.
Oh, I would love that. You guys come up here. You're welcome to stay here. Like, I would love to come down to Stavanger sometime. Like, I've never actually surfed down there. So I would love to make the trip down there. And
Beachday.no, he owes me a trip down here as well. So you grab him.
We were just talking in the lineup 2 days ago. Let's take a trip to Stavanger. So, yeah. We're trying to make that happen.
Jeff's been talking about it for 3 years now. So it's, as I always say, it's the same. It takes the same time going up as it goes down.
It's a pretty good drive.
It is. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
No, anyway, sorry.
I'd love to make it.
Yeah, obviously. Let us know, and we'll show you around and everything. So, thanks for speaking to us. This was a fucking blast, to be honest. This was really fun.
He's a nice guy. I told you.
Yeah.
He's not too bad.
He leaves that impression anyway. He could be a dick after we.
Actually, great guy, tiny dick.
Thanks. Thanks again for having me. It's been really nice, and I really hope we can hook up in person sometime, and
if COVID,
see what happens.
If COVID permits, no worries.
If everything goes off the plan, there will be a big Reve Allstar festival coming at the end of the summer, and then we'll have a big party with everyone who's been on. At Vigdal.
Vigdal.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
That sounds great.
Thanks, PJ, for talking to us. Brilliant.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Ciao.
Have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Peace.
Ja, Per.
Hæ, Ivar?
PJ.
Hæ?
Peter John. Det er lettere å si PJ enn Peter John.
Ja, for noen er det.
For en fest av en fyr. Det var en fin mann.
PJ er en fantastisk dude.
Ja.
Altså, jeg mener det, jeg husker jeg sa i starten at det var en sånn instant bromance. Han er jo supertalentert. Han er det mest ydmyke, humble personen jeg har truffet, seriøst. Han er bare, du blir et bedre menneske av å kjenne mennesker som PJ.
Ja, dette er store ord og fine ord, men det var i hvert fall en utrolig kjekke samtale. Dette er sikkert en av de lengre episodene på en stund, men det tåler folk når det er så god gang.
Det er ikke noe annet som skjer. Så det er ingenting som skjer i livet til menneskene der ute.
Det vet vi som sitter på analysen av tallene på podcast. Dere hører på hele driten, hvis dere gidder å skru av det på.
Vi vet det, vi kommer til å snakke mer. Nei, vi skal kjøre opp tempo litt.
Fuck Per, det var konge, det her du.
Ja, det var nydelig godt. Folk har lyst til at jeg skal uttale meg om et livstema.
Per ligger og ranter. Hvis du har et tema Per skal rante om, send det på direct message.
Spør en tyskers mening.
Spør om en tysk mening, så får vi det ranta, og kanskje klarer vi å koble på selveste Sjur fra Finne ut litt rant også.
Han må komme med sidekommentarene sine, så vi satser på det segmentet der. Rant a lot.
Det kan fort gå godt.
Rant a rack.
Nei, konge Per, and that's it for us from today.
Ja, nå gidder jeg ikke å si deg noe mer.
Nei, ha det godt.
Ha det.
Det er tonene av PJ og Camel.